Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and it is time for our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 395. It is darling. That's all I can say. This class is darling. We are bringing back a die we helped launch earlier in the year for Stampendous, their pop frame die, which you may already have in your collection. And we have 4 new exclusive stamps to go with it. And did I mention darling? And then we've got Picket Fences, new to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Picket Fences, but not their dies and stamps. Oh no. Say hello to their bling bling. Oh, so pretty. And we even have 1 new exclusive color just for us right now. I've got Stampendous embossing powders to share with you. There is a world of things to do in this class, and technique and technique and technique. And as always, we're going to start off a little easy, and I think I'm going to start off with stamping and then move into the die cutting. And hopefully you see some ideas for some inexpensive gifts that you are like, I can do that and I can afford that. That would be a wahoo kachoo to me. I can do it and I can afford it. Oh, they're so cute. I also have, well, let's do winner chicken dinner, because then I've got some very special announcements to make with regard to a free gift that we have for you. A free gift with purchase and a gift that was sent to me. So let's do winner chicken dinner really fast and get that done with, because who doesn't want to know if they've won? Everybody wants to know if they've won. How do you win? Well, you have to subscribe to Scrapbooking Made Simple. There's a heart right there. You all see it. I know you do. And there's an SMS in that heart. All you have to do is move your mouse button or your cursor over it. A subscribe bar will come up and you hit that and poof, you've subscribed to Scrapbooking Made Simple and you're part of our family. Go ahead, do it. You know you want to. I want you to. I am trying so hard to get to 100,000 followers. We're at 92,500. I think I can. So first you have to subscribe, then you have to post a comment below. You leave a comment, not part of the live chat. If you're part of the live chat that we do every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Sunny California time, 11 a.m. New York time. If you're doing the live chat comments don't count. You literally have to post a comment below, and then I will approve them as long as they are kind, nice, something that if I posted it, I would not be worried anybody was going to take offense to. Just be kind. I'll approve it, and then you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner. So if you don't see your comment right away, that's because I haven't had a chance to go through and scroll down and read them to be approved. But you'll see it eventually, and then who knows, I may be calling your name like these 2 people. Oh, I'm not going to be calling their name. I'm going to be butchering their name, but it is, God loves a trier, and I do try. So our first winner of a $25 gift card is Yvonne. Adamer. Yvonne Adamer? Am I close, Yvonne? Am I anywhere near it? If not, do you really care? No. Because you've got $25 to go spend anyway. That makes your heart happy. It is already in your online account. So have fun. But you're not alone. We always give 2 prizes away every YouTube. Who's our second winner? Kathy. Gosh, that was so easy. Kathy with a K and an I at the end. That's where the easy stops. Galbason, Kathy Galbason, Kathy Galbason, Kathy Galbason. Kathy, is that you? You're a winner chicken dinner if it is. And thank you for not being upset with how I pronounced your name. I appreciate that from both of you, Yvonne and Kathy. Thank you for your understanding. But most importantly, you have won $25. It's in your online account. Go have fun. Buy something frivolous, something that you've always wanted and you just wouldn't do. You just wouldn't. Now you can. So we also have to do the winner chicken dinner dance. Are you ready? You're a winner chicken dinner. You're a winner. Chicken dinner. Wahoo. Ka-choo. For you. Congratulations to the both of you. I'm very happy for you and hope that you enjoy your gift cards and you spend them on something that just... Right? Okay. Now, our update to the warehouse sale last year. If you did not place an order during the warehouse sale, which means that if you did not get a $30 die for $3.99 or 25-cent items or 99-cent items, if you didn't take part in this sale last year, this does not pertain to you, and this update means nothing to you. This only pertains to the sales that were part of our warehouse sale last year. We are currently up to and processing order number 210559. So, if you didn't take part in this sale last year, don't worry about your order. It has nothing to do with this. But if you did, you know you're part of a ships when it ships policy on this sale, and we are up to order 210559. Now, if you follow me on YouTube, and I try to update every week, you know last week I think we were on 2103 something. So you can see we're making progress. It just depends upon how big those orders are. Some of the orders we have literally have 600 individual items on them, and some of the orders we have 3 items and 4 items and even 10 items. But some of them are rather large, so we do them an order at a time. One person pulling, one person shipping. That's what we got. So if you are 210559, 558, 557, 556, 553, all the way down into the 209s, your order is either already to you and you've been playing with it, it's upstairs being filled, or it's waiting to be quality controlled, or it's waiting to be packed, or it's waiting to be shipped. Just as soon as it's on its way to you, you will get an email letting you know, along with the tracking number, so you can follow it to your doorstep. If you have not paid for your order, and there is a stack of you from the very first, from all the way down to 209s into 21055 something, please just give us a call, make payment. We've given you ample time to save for it. There's no surprises. You all knew it was coming. It's here. I've already ordered all the product and paid for all the product, so it would be very nice if we could get you to finish your commitment to us so we can finish our commitment to you and get those orders paid for. If you are 210560, probably to 660, and you have a pay later order, I would be looking for your payment request coming via PayPal soon. You don't have to have a PayPal account to pay us that way, but it is sent through PayPal, and you can use any credit card that makes your heart happy. Don't have to have a PayPal account, but that way you know, keep an eye out, you're getting close. Okay, so that updates you on Winter Chicken Dinner and on the warehouse sale, and gives you an idea of what we're going to be playing with today. I want to tell you about the package that I got from a manufacturer. It was so sweet and so kind and gave us such giggles and a little bit of a, well, I wanted that. I think what we need to do is invite this person to California so she can cook up everything she sent us. Let me read you the note. Got this big box, and I thought it was product because it's from Picket Fence Studios, and I just thought it was part of the order. But I opened it up, and it was food. Hold on. Okay, it's from Madeline, and she is at Picket Fence Studios shipping. We have lots of interesting products here in South Louisiana and just wanted to share some with you. Hope you enjoy them. Madeline, PFS, Picket Fences Studios shipping. P.S. I made the pralines myself at my son's donut shop. Okay, I have to tell you, the pralines melt in your mouth. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the things that Madeline sent us, so you can see what first off, I've never had New Orleans Mardi Gras beads. Hello, thank you very much. Love them. Okay, so we got pork cracklins. I've never had pork cracklins before, but my understanding is they're addictive. That's what I've been told. You start and you can't stop. We got, I've never heard of this, Zapp's potato chips. She sent a bunch of Zapp's, different flavors. These are spicy Cajun crawtators. We got voodoo flavor. Oh my gosh, my boys are like all over these. They can't wait to taste them. We got Best Bakery, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Cajun pastry. Didn't know what this was, so Sarah and I opened one. I got two. It's a honey bun kind of. It was delicious with our coffee. Thank you very much. We enjoyed that immensely. We got gumbo mix. So there's some discussion over who's getting the gumbo mix. We got Slap Yo Mama Cajun seasoning. Mr. SMS is taking this. There's no question about that. This is his. We got red beans. He's going to make some rice and use this with the red beans. And he's all set to go. Really, he is all set to go. We got, this one's up for, this one everybody wants, is the beignet mix. So I think whoever's going to take the beignet mix home has to make beignets for all of us and bring it in. I think that is only fair. We got Keurig coffees, little Keurig coffees. And it says family-owned community coffee. I'm assuming that this must be a little mom and pop company or a company in South Louisiana that makes coffee. Thank you. How did you know I drink coffee? Love, love, love. We got, I'm only showing you a portion of what was in that box. It was huge. We got king cake mix. I know what king cake is because I watch Top Chef. Was it Top Chef? Or was it, no. Was it Top Chef? I can't remember if it was Top Chef or Amazing Race. Somebody will have to let me know. Was it Amazing Race where they had to eat? I think it was Amazing Race where they had to eat the king cakes to find the baby. I think it was Amazing Race. There's this little plastic baby that they put inside the cake. I have no idea why they put it inside the cake. But if you find it, you're the winner chicken dinner. I got king cake mix. That's funny. And then last but not least, we got homemade praline. Now, she made the praline herself in her son's donut shop. For that reason alone, we love you and we need to come visit you. You have a son who has a donut shop. Mr. SMS is like, sign me up. But she made them herself and they melt in your mouth. So if you are anywhere near, is it Houma, Louisiana? Peterson Donuts, that would be her son's donut shop on 301 Bayou Gardens Boulevard. Oh my God, I love that Bayou Gardens. That's like perfect, right? So yummy. And she made them herself in her son's donut shop. It was so thoughtful and so kind, and we all loved it so much. And there's a little, I think we're gonna have to pull some names out of the hat on who gets what, or better yet, I think you should come to California and cook it all up. You know how to cook it all. Come cook. I got a spare bedroom. Come visit. We'll just give you the box and say, have at it. All right, Madeline. That was as kind can be from Picket Fence Studios. Thank you so much. Loved every minute of it. And like I said, there was more in the box. It was great. All right, so now I want to talk about the free gift that we have for you. This is from Stampendous, and this is free with any purchase for as long as we have them. Do we have 100? Yes. Do we have 200? Yes. Do we have 300? Yes. Do we have 400? Yes. So it's not as if we're going to run out in the first hour, but there is a limited amount. You won't know if you're going to get it or not until you get it. So we have from Stampendous the most darling stamp and die set. Isn't that so cute? Free gift, $16.99 value. And we have a couple cards, but I wanted to show you one of the cards that we made using it. Is that so cute? So again, this is free with any purchase during this YouTube Yummy sale, as long as they're available, as long as we have them. And I'm hoping that we have enough for everybody. I just don't know. And I won't know until we get through until we go to see how many orders come through. But $16.99. And wait till you see the samples. But my gosh, is that so stinking cute. Look at them. All the little bits and pieces to do with the little hat and the little sunglasses, all of it. Okay, I'm gonna put this off to the side and I'm gonna tilt down. We're gonna get started for today. I'm gonna show you some samples of what we're gonna be working on. And like I said, I think we're gonna start with stamping and then move on to die cutting. Are we ready? Ready, down we go. What a fun day here, huh? Let's zoom on in. Ooh, my little Mardi Gras beads. I've never had Mardi Gras beads. I've never been to New Orleans or Louisiana, although I want to. Michael, Mr. SMS, really wants to because the food, I love Cajun. Yum, yum. Okay, so, well, I think these are probably gonna, no, they won't move forward. Okay, so we're gonna start, well, let me show you a couple samples. Look at how beautiful is this. Exclusive stamp set from Stampendous. So I have that. And then look at how super cute are we. Is that darling? Gosh, I feel like the camera's just a little off. Isn't that darling? We're gonna make some of these. And then look at here. Beautiful 5x7 card, also with a Stampendous exclusive stamp set. So that gives you a little bit of a peek of what's going on. And let me put them back and we can get started. So earlier this year, we launched a die set for Stampendous, and it is called their Pop Frame. And see what it does? Only we did something completely different with it, just like we're gonna do today, a little bit different. You may already own this die. It is not new, and it is actually a set of many dies. Most of them can be used on their own. They can be totally independent of the entire set. You just get so many different elements in this set. The stamps that are going to go with it, that are exclusive to us, I did them in sets that were not released in the first go round. We're going to bring back the original sets that go with the pop frames, the original frames that go with that die set. But then we did a fall and a Christmas and a winter and a birthday. So I want to let you know, these were done exclusively for Scrapbooking Made Simple. I'm going to talk to you, so I have to look back up. Sorry. I can't not. It's weird. You're my friends. I can't. I have to look. Okay. So these were done exclusively for us by Fran at Stampendous, and I have to give her a big, big thank you. Fran draws beautifully. I mean, she does beautiful products. And when she does something exclusive for us, she'll send over the drawings, rough drawings, and she'll ask me, what do I think? Or would I like any changes? Which is very kind of her, because as a designer, you don't always collaborate. Not always. And the fact that she would even entertain me saying, oh, could you move this or change that, is so gracious on her, truly gracious. She sent over the designs for these 4 sets, and I went crazy for them. I said, don't change a thing, don't move a thing. They're perfect. The birthday one is fabulous. Oh, I don't know if I can get it. The birthday one is amazing. And then the 3, the winter, the Christmas, and the fall, to kind of round out the collection she already had put in place. So that's where we're going to start today, is with, now let me see if I can zoom back on in. See, something just feels off on my camera. I don't know. I'm slightly crooked, but you know, maybe I tilt one way more than the other. I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. So, 4 new ones. Only at Scrapbooking Made Simple, designed by Fran, bless her pea pickin' heart, and they all go with the original pop frame die set that we sold back in January. And it's a wonderful set. You'll see when we're getting done. Still feel like something's off. See, we're not very high tech here, but I'm just gonna go, I keep saying I'm gonna go with it, but okay. So where are we gonna start? Well, I think we're gonna start with stamping like I had said. And I have already opened up a couple of these. In fact, I'm gonna open this one up too. I've already played with the sunflower and with the snowman. How do I know I've played with them? Well, the stamp is now stained black, unlike the birthday. I haven't played with this one yet at all. And you can see it's not stained black. Why are my stamps stained black? Because I'm using an ink from Hero Arts. I'm using their India ink, which is a dye-based ink, heavily pigmented, and it's different. It doesn't move with water. It gives you a beautiful black stamped image. India ink is just different than other types of ink, and Hero Arts only does it in black. Originally, I only used Memento ink. I love Memento ink. We still love Memento ink. But then they came out with the India ink in black, and I love it as much. Both Memento and the Hero Arts India ink won't move with water and give you beautiful, crisp images. Just so you know, we now have the re-inker. If you didn't know that before, it is exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple right now. So if you have a Hero Arts India ink pad, no matter where you bought it, now you can get the re-inker for it here. So when I inked up these two stamps, the India ink stains the stamp. Does it harm the stamp? Absolutely not. And for me, it's actually easier for me to see the image now that it has been inked, especially sentiments. So I'm gonna stamp a few things, and I think we'll do a little one of the birthdays. Let me grab some paper. And I get my stamp off. So these are pop frame stamps, which means they go with the pop frame die set. However, they can be used independently without the die at all, which is why I'm wanting to start with my stamps. Let me grab a clear block, and there we go. So stamps are meant to be used again and again and again. That's the big thing about stamps. I just feel, maybe I just need to scooch over my whole self. Okay. Stamps are made to be used again and again and again. And you can see, you can't see the image on here at all. Can't see. I mean, well, I need my readers to be able to see anything. And when you're stamping, it's kind of hard to see it. Once you ink it with ink, of course, you're going to be able to see better. But with an India ink, it is going to stain. Now, I haven't used the stamp yet at all. So I'm going to ink it up. And I'm going to stamp off real quick. And what does stamp off mean? Well, right now there's a little residue on this stamp. So if you don't want to do a stamp off technique, you can certainly wash your stamps in a mild dishwashing soap like Palmolive or Dawn. You can take an eraser and kind of go over it with an eraser. I'm just going to do a stamp off real quick, which means I'm going to stamp ABC, 1, 2, 3, good, all over, and pull up. And then I'm going to ink up again. And every time I ink up, a little bit more of that residue is going to come off. And my stamp will get a little bit better and better with its image. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Make sure I've got good pressure. I'm not going to do chest compressions, but it is slightly larger stamp, so you want to make sure that you've got it all over. And up. Okay, so my first image, my second image is darker. If you have a stamp positioner, you're still going to want to clean your stamp, but of course you can go back over it and over it and over it and get it as dark as you want. I'm not using a stamp positioner today. Unfortunately, Couture Creations, who we love, 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 can't sell theirs here in the United States anymore. So until we find another one that we love, 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 that can be sold here in the United States, I will hold off on getting one, and is affordable. Ozzie Andrews was so affordable. All right, so one more time. and up. Okay, so my image just gets better and better as I go. Now, if you want to stamp on top, how do I want to do this? So, okay, so I'm going to lay my stamp on top. Maybe you have arthritis in your hands and grabbing a block is hard for you. You don't have a stamp positioner. They can be kind of expensive. I'm going to lay this right down on top, and I'm going to do a nice back rub. What happens if you can't lay your hands flat? Not a problem. Just grab your ink pad, anything flat, and come in and rub over the top. Think we're good? Oh yeah, we're good. I moved it just a little bit, but I'm going to be okay with that. We're going to live with it. So I've got double in. I've got my images right there. I think I'm also, while I'm at it, going to stamp my sunflower. Oh no, maybe I'll stamp my, I think I'm going to save my sunflower. I'm going to stamp my snowman because he's so super cute. You're like, are you really doing holiday already? Yes, I am, because when you see how easy it is to make some inexpensive gifts, oh my gosh. And lots of you start your card making early. So I'm going to ink up. How do you get the ink off of it? Well, you're never going to get the black stain off of it, but you just use a baby wipe to wipe it clean. Bring over my paper. Oh, I just stuck my hand in it, but that's okay. It is what it is. And let's go 1, 2, 3. I've got beautiful. I mean, these are, let's see if it zooms in. Will it zoom in? These are from Picket Fence. Holy smokes, artichokes. These are gorgeous. So their sequence, why was I using their sequence? Because I was going to use the back of it. And I got squirreled by how pretty the colors are. So beautiful. Okay, there's one, and let's do one more. So I have 2 of these, and then I will leave I'll leave the other 2 for when we emboss. Okay, so basic stamping. ABC, 1, 2, 3, make sure you get a good all over, no chest compressions, the stamp's not gonna come back alive. And let's see if I've got it all done, and up. Okay, I'm okay with that. And let's put him back where he belongs, and that back where it belongs. And my stamp here. All right. Next step, let's color. Coloring should be easy and fun. If coloring is not easy and fun, you're not coloring right. It should not be a stressful thing, and I don't want this to be a stressful thing for you. I want the coloring to be easy and fun. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, and I'm going to go a little bit down. Move that up just a little bit more. Okay, so I've got my 2 images. I'm going to be playing with Tombow markers today. And let's pull a color. I'm going to be playing with Tombow markers today. Now, Tombow markers are very much like a Marvy Ushida marker or a Stampin' Up marker. They are a water-based dye ink that will let you move it with water. You can go in there and palette paint, but they don't necessarily blend together if you color them together. You're like, okay, try that again, Stacy. Can you say that one more time? All right, so let's just do it on the back of this. With Tombow markers, you're definitely gonna wanna have the N00. Well, with any of the markers, you're gonna, even if it's the Stampin' Up! Or the Marvy, you definitely want a blender pen, but it is not a blender pen the way you would think a blender pen would be. If I took two colors, so I've got a blue and a blue, and a blender pen, you would think you would just take this and go over the top of it and poof, they would blend together. But that's not how water-based markers work, not at all. And that's not how this blender pen works. It's much, much different. So I think I'm gonna start with my snowman. I also want to show you the difference of using the Tombow markers straight to the paper versus using it with the blender pen. And now I think I am going to back up a little bit. Back. So indecisive today. So the Tombow markers have two tips. They have a brush tip and they have a bullet tip. Bullet tip lets you write and the brush tip lets you either do fine lines or very fat lines. Tombow markers are relatively inexpensive and last for forever. People I know who have had their Tombow dual brush markers for years and years and years. But when you're using them on, let's say, straight to paper, it definitely looks different than if you were going to use it with that blender pen. So here I am, I'm just going to take this one and go straight to paper. And it colors just like any other marker would. Colors very dark. You lose the definition in the hat. All the stamped lines that we had, all of these lines are now gone. And there may be times when you're coloring where you want that, where you want a solid, intense color. But this is where the blender comes in. And really what you're doing is you're palette painting. You're taking the blender that has a solution in it that works with the Tombow markers or the Marvy or the Stampin' Up! And probably the Tim Holtz. And we're giving the marker an opportunity to have a shadow, a midtone, and a highlight all out of one marker. How do we do that? Well, you get something that's non-porous. Right now, my craft mat is what is non-porous. So I'm going to color straight onto my craft mat. So there's some blue right there. Then I'm going to go in, and no matter what color, doesn't matter what color the tip of my blender is, as long as it runs clear. So it's now running, it had a little blue, now it's running clear. It's good to go regardless of the color of the tip. I'm going to pick up a little of that blue and I'm going to come in and I'm going to lay some of that color down. So I've just laid some of that color down. It looks okay, but this is where we can come in and make it look really good. I picked up some more of that blue and I'm going to come back over the top, at the very top, and add a little bit darker color. Because what that's going to do is make that lighter color look even lighter than it is. And I'm just using one color. Okay. So that looks better. Same, I didn't change my marker. It's the same marker that I showed you. It did this to that using my blender pen. And I can keep coming in and making that top as dark as I want it, so it makes that highlight even more highlight. Will this work on watercolor paper? Absolutely. In fact, it moves even better on watercolor paper. I am using basic 100-pound cardstock. But I can get that as dark as I want towards the top. And the darker I make it, the more it looks like I've got a mid-tone and a highlight. Now my brim over there is just blue. What if I came in, same blue, I'm not changing, and I do a little bit there, and a little bit there, and then I kind of wipe my brush, and then let's get it really kind of dark back here, and really kind of dark over here. And again, all I'm doing is creating my own depth, my own dimension, my own shadow, and I've only used one color pen. That's what it looks like when it's straight to the paper. That's what it looks like when you just use, I want to say this is $2.69. I think that's what we sell it for. I think that's our lowest price on this is $2.69, something like that. And my gosh, it is a game changer when you're talking about Tombows. Let's do, so I'm wiping off the blue. Let's take a little bit of orange. A little bit of orange. Pick up my orange and take some of it off. Take some of it off. And let's just get a little shadow going on. And my darkest color is going to be up towards the top and a little bit lighter just to add a little bit of shadow. Now if I took that orange, this orange right here, and I did his nose straight to paper, and maybe you want a big orange nose, maybe you want it solid, maybe you don't want it light and shadowed. And I could continually come back with my color. I'm still picking up my orange and laying down another layer of orange at the very top and another layer of orange until I've got that saturation to what I want it to be. And what about his scarf? Let's grab a red. And how do I get this off my craft mat? Easy peasy. Zoop. Up and off. So let's do a red. And put some, how about some red? I want to make sure you can see. How about some red right here? And let's go in. and add some red. So I've left a little bit of white because I'm going to go in and get my red pretty diluted just by scribbling it out, and go in and add a little bit lighter on the red. So it looks okay. But again, this is where I can go in and pick up heavier color by not scribbling it out and start adding a depth of color towards the top. So that you do get that highlight and mid-tone. You do get a little of that shading and that shadowing that you would normally get with alcohol markers. Can you use your alcohol marker blender to do this? No, it's a completely different ink. Totally different ink. Will give you a completely different look. You can't mix the alcohol and the water-based markers together. The blender won't do this. All right, I think I'm going to be okay with that for now. Or if I just used the pen, this is what I would get. He's cute. There's nothing wrong with him. He's a little different. I could even go in and take some of the marker straight from it if I wanted to. I could even get some of this marker right at the top just to add even more of a shadow to it. More of a shadow. You can do this. You take a piece of paper and one of these stamps, because they're great for coloring, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, sit in front of the TV and play. Give yourself the opportunity to make a marker that looks like this look a little more like this. Cute, right? He's darling. So let me clean up my mess, and let's bring over the flower. I'm going to keep him. We might come back to him. I'm going to bring over the flower, and this is the birthday flower. It doesn't have to be for birthday, but the sentiments that go with it, let's see. What did I put with it? Or what did she put with it? We've got hello. A life is a lot brighter and happiness because of thoughtful friends like you. Thank you. Happy birthday. So it's just a nice all-purpose stamp set that goes with the dies beautifully. Now, because the flower is bigger, and it's all one unit, I really can go in there and yellow, 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 yellow. Pink, pink, pink. How about yellow and pink? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna scribble, scribble, scribble. I've got yellow going on right there. Ooh, that's a new one. Where's the one I was just using here? It's like, ooh, that was a brand new one. Okay, so here we go. Kind of clean off my marker so that it runs clear again. Once it runs clear, you're good to go. I've got yellow, yellow, yellow over here. And I'm really just gonna go in there and kind of color the whole thing. And some of my petals are gonna be darker yellow and some of my petals are gonna be a lighter yellow. And I'm gonna be okay with that because petals are not the same color all the way through a flower. Flowers are unique and different. So I'm just layering a base color down. And if I need a little more yellow, and I'm not even trying to color pretty. I'm just trying to make sure I kind of got color everywhere. So there's my yellow. Meh. If I had done it straight to my paper, this is what I'd be looking. Oh man, I had ink on my hands. Okay, we're just gonna make it happen. That's what I would be looking at if I went straight to my paper versus picking it up. Can you see I had ink on my hands right there? Red to be exact. All right, well, we're gonna live with it. Now I've got my pink. I don't know if this is gonna be pink enough or too pink, but I'm gonna get rid of my yellow, pick up some pink, and I'm literally just gonna come in here and kind of put some pink down. I'm not going to give it too much thought where I'm putting it or how much I'm putting, because again, petals are going to be different colors, different shades, different variations. I just want to get some pink in these. And I'm not being careful. I'm staying in my lines. But other than that, that's about as much as I'm really paying attention to where I'm putting and how much I'm putting. And that pink is just laying right over that yellow. It's not masking the yellow. It's not hiding the yellow. It's laying on top of it. And then I can come back with my yellow again if I want. And I'm not even going to worry about the pink on here because I'm trying to blend those colors. And I can add more yellow. It's really up to you what you want to do. The idea is that you've got colors to work with. That when you're all done, looks organic. And I've only used 2 colors. but I've varied the saturation of each to what I like. All by the blender pen. Really getting pretty. So if I was to take my pink over the top of this one, and kind of put it in the same way I was putting with my blender pen, kind of willy-nilly here and there, that's what I would end up with. Look at the difference. You have options. Putting it right on, taking the blender pen. There's not a right, there's not a wrong. Let's take that pink. How about we take that pink and we kind of do the rose next to it. Do the outside maybe a little darker, and then do the inside. So there's my start, and now I start to build on that color. Let's get the outside, those outside petals really pink. And then slowly start to blend, bring some of that color more into the middle. And I've only used one pen, one color pink. Could even touch in a little bit of red if that's too pink for you. Touch in a little bit of red. You got this. So I wanted you to see how easy it is to color the stamps. It's not an all-day process. It really can be quick and easy, and you don't need to have every color under the sun. You just need a family. You need a red and a pink and a purple and a blue and a green and a yellow, and then you tone those colors here. You tone them. You can take them from as dark as straight to the paper, all the way down. You tone them and make them what you want them to be. See, I could do this all day long, but I really can't because we have to move on. All right, let me clean that up so I don't get red all over me again. And we're gonna move on. So this was just basic stamping and coloring, showing you how easy Tombow markers really are and what you can do with them and what the difference is, what difference they make. Gosh, if I took that red one, now there's nothing wrong with the solid red flower at all. Maybe exactly what you're looking for. But it is definitely different than the one I did. And if I came in and added straight marker at the top just to add a little bit more red. definitely different than what I did. Nothing's wrong with it. It's just two different looks. But isn't it nice, you can have two different looks with the same pens? All right, let's move on to embossing. So for that, I am gonna use the sunflower. Let's bring back my block and my piece of white paper. And Versamark. All right, Versamark. For those of you who don't know, Versamark is an embossing medium. It's a watermark, which means it is a, gosh, this is awful. My pad is yucky, but don't worry. If your pad's yucky, still use it. It's got this clear kind of, I don't know, oily kind. It's not sticky, but it's not like, you can feel it definitely like a baby oil maybe, but it's not baby oil at all. It is a pigment-based type of watermark product that allows you to stamp with it, and it stays wet long enough for an embossing powder to adhere and let you heat set. You're like, holy smokes, what did she just say? For those of you who are new to embossing, this is like a aha moment. People go crazy for it because it's beautiful. Let's do one. Make sure I get a good impression. I still have black on this, so I might get a little bit of black on there. I'm okay with that. So yeah, see my black ink transferred just a little bit. I don't care. I'm gonna emboss over the top of it. But let's do it one more time. Keep them the same. So A, B, C, you want to give 1, 2, 3. You think that's good enough? I can feel it sinking in, so I know that it's making contact to the paper. And let's pull. Oh, I missed the whole center. Look at that. Holy smokes, artichokes. All right, well, we'll zoop. Paper has two sides. Turn it over. Nobody's going to notice what happened on the back side. And let's try again. This time, make sure I get a good impression in there. I thought I pressed. Or, oh, I could have turned it over and done my back rub. But I'm going to leave it. We'll go with it. It's not quite great, but it's going to be what it's going to be. Oh, I know what I'll do with this one. Okay, it's not perfect. I'm still going to emboss over the top of it. So I'm going to use my Autumn embossing powder. So 3 of these embossing powders in here are brand spanking new. What is embossing powder? It's a ground up plastic. Let's use this one. And orange or rust, which one? Orange or rust? Let's try that one, see what we get. 3 of them are brand new colors, and embossing powder is it's a ground up plastic that when you add heat to it, it melts. Now, this is the one I didn't do such a great job on. This is the one that came out great. It's been sitting there for a little while. That's okay. Let's throw our embossing powder on top of it. Because embossing powder is meant to stay wet for a lengthy time, I didn't have to rush to throw my embossing powder on it. And just kind of all the way around, let gravity do its work. And I think I'm good. Well, we're gonna see. See, I'm a dumper. Now all of that's gonna go back. All of that's gonna go back into my little bottle. You use very little embossing powder, which is why the little vials, 5 little vials, is a nice assortment. You get a little bit of everything because a big bottle of embossing powder can last you quite some time. I recommend the big bottles of embossing powder, the full size, and your black and your gold and things that you use most often. So I tried that one. Do we do this one and this one? I don't know. Do you think it's going to be enough of a difference? Oh, I don't know. Maybe we use the orange. See, I'm so indecisive. What can go wrong? It's only paper, right? I can do it again if I don't like it. It's only paper. And as it is, I muffed the center of it. So let's see what we get. And should put it on the other. There we go. I'm going to put it this way. Let's let gravity do its job. So I've put it towards the top, spread it across, and then I'm just going to let it walk on down. Let the embossing powder walk on down. And anywhere it's wet, the embossing powder should hold. And it's wet where I've stamped it. And there's a combination of colors in here. It's not just one color, and it's got glitter to it. So it's not just one color, it's a combination. It's a blend that Stampendous have put together exclusively. They make their blends themselves, bless their pea pickin' heart. And then right back on in. Okay, let's see what we get. It's only paper. Bring over my heat tool. I am using the Sizzix heat tool today. We have used the Ranger heat tool in the past and love the Ranger heat tool. It's quieter than this one, but this one allows me to get as close as I want without burning my paper or my embossing powder, and is much faster. It does have 2 speeds. Is this a blow dryer? No. Is this a paint peeler? No. A paint peeler is going to be far hotter, and a blow dryer is not going to be hot enough. Would I put this on my hair? No. And would I bring a blow dryer over to do this? No, it will not work. Now, as I'm sitting here, the heat is going to take those little plastic, the ground plastic, and melt it into a solid. And you can actually see it turn from a powder into a solid. So, ooh. Anywhere that it is not turned yet, it will wipe right off. Anywhere it has not turned my color yet, it will wipe right off. This one's almost black. It's almost like I did it with black ink. Let's try this one and see what happens with this one. And as it turns, I slowly move it over. Okay, that's better. It's not as black. And it should be dry. So now I've got an embossed image on there. I am gonna do that rust. I like this one. It's okay, but it's dark. I wanted something a little brighter. Let's try that rust one just because we can. Let's bring it back over and let's ink up. And this time I'm gonna go this way and give a back massage. What do we think? Good? All right, all we can do is try. And this time I'm going to use that rust color. Cut this down and we'll heat this and see what we think. Make sure I've got it all over. Now I can tell that this has got lots of different shades in it. I don't know if I can get it close enough. Can you see that it's not just one color of embossing powder? It's got lots of different things going on in there. So what's that going to look like when we're all done? Well, let's heat and see. Okay, I'm going to put this all back away. You use almost nothing. Let's bring over my scissors and let's heat. Oh, get my beads out of there. And as it starts to turn, I start to move my embossing, my heat tool. Okay. Oh, I think that's very pretty. Look at that color. That's beautiful. So I have the orange with the glitter. This one doesn't have as much glitter, but it's got these beautiful flecks of copper and gold running through it. And then what can I do with them? Well, the same thing I did with, well, I want to make sure I got this. Okay, good. Same thing I did with my Tombow pens. I can go in there and color them however I want. Same thing. Yellow down. Oh, make sure I don't have any pink. Marker in there. And just add some yellow. Get my color down. And I don't even have to be pretty about it because I'm going to go back and put some beautiful oranges over it. I'm just getting a base color down. That's a really beautiful embossing powder Fran. Really pretty. I really love it, and I really love the orange with the glitter. That's so pretty. And then let's find an orange and pick some of that up and just come in and start laying some of the color in. No different than what we did before, just much faster. The embossing has a raised element to it, almost like it was an engraved invitation, like a wedding invitation. You know how beautiful those are. So can you color over? Yes, because that embossing is actually plastic. So it's going to resist the ink that I'm putting down. The ink's not going to change the color of the embossing. It's going to act, that embossing is going to act as a resist and stay the color it was when we put it down. And then I could add a little more yellow if I wanted. And I could do my whole circle in there, dark yellow, straight to the paper, dark yellow, and then come here and grab this and do a lighter yellow all around the outside. I could even come in and add some straight yellow just to some of the petals if I wanted them a little more shaded. Because I started with a base color down. And right now I've only used 2 pens. And I'll have a beautiful sunflower when I'm all done. Only this time with embossing powder. And if I wanted to do that little leaf, let's do a leaf. So I've got some green going on here. Pick up my green. And I've got the beginnings of my shading and my shadow. You can see the beginnings of the shading and the shadowing. It's just the beginnings. Then I can come back in and really hone that color the way I want it, right on top of the embossing powder. Keep it super light over there. So you've got some shadow, and then let's do this one up here. Again, I've got the makings of my highlight and my shadow. So I've started making my highlights and my shadows. And just color. You've got this, you can do this. This is simple, this is easy. And this is the one I didn't like. I'm not going to go in and color that one right now. Oh, let's just do the let's do that pomegranate. So I've got my deep red. And I'm taking off the color as I'm getting closer to the bottom. And then I'm going to go back in. So I kind of varied my color. And then I'm going to go back in and get this nice and dark up here, which is going to make that look even lighter. It's going to make my bottom look even more highlighted because I've got it dark up here at the top. And my pomegranate's shaded. These are easy to do. So now let's die cut some of them. And I'm going to start die cutting super simple. We're going to keep it super, super simple to begin with. In fact, I'm not even going to use these in the beginning. I'm going to take one of the dies out of the set. Well, there's a couple of them that will make the cutest little pouches. So let's grab the opulent paper because I love the opulent paper. And I'm going to cut a strip. Now I have got these cute little bags from Clear Bags. You get 100 of them. I'm selling them to you for the price we pay for them, and we pay $2.99 for it. I believe $2.99 for 100 of them. Cute little cello bags. I'm going to cut a piece of paper the width of my cello bag. And yes, I'm going to freehand it. I could go a little wider. Okay, I'm just going to freehand a cut. You would all use a trimmer, I know. But that makes you, and me, me. Is it perfectly straight? Heavens, no. Can I clean it up a little bit if I want? Yes, if I had a trimmer, it would be perfectly straight, but I'm okay. Now, what am I going to do with this? I'm going to make a cute little bag. Easy peasy little bag. How do I do that? I turn it over, and I need to make a bottom. So I need 2 score lines. 2 lines to make a bottom. Now, I'm not going to do it by a score line. I'm just going to fold it. And again, I'm just going to freehand it. I hear all of you gasping. Well, I know, but that's okay. So I'm just going to freehand it. There is no exact score line measurements. It all depends upon how big you want your bag to be and how big you want your bottom to be. Now, I just assume my bottom not be as big as it is, but you know what? Bottoms are what they are, and well, you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit. Okay. I've now made a bottom. Can you see where I'm going with this? If I wanted to, all I'd have to do, I'm going to trim this side down just a little bit. Shoop. Okay, if I wanted to, all I'd have to do is fold over this top piece. And I've made a little pouch. Isn't that so cute? But I want to die cut. So I've got my bottom scored. Do we want this as our front or do we want this as our front? Decision is yours. Well, I guess we're going to go with this as our front. So I'm going to grab those dies. And inside this set, you've got an oval that will work. You've got a round that will work. You've got a wavy that will work. Any one of those dies will cut a nice little window. Nice little window for you. Right there. Right there. Or right there. or right there. Okay, so I'm gonna hold those for a second. I'm gonna grab another piece of opulent because I like the opulent. I'm gonna cut me another piece of paper. I'm freehanding it. Maybe you don't have a trimmer. Does that mean you can't do it? Well, I am. I'm gonna decide where I want my bottom to be. How about right there? And again, I'm not doing exact measurements. I'm just going for it. It all depends upon how big your bag's gonna be. Right there. A little. There we go. There and there. And now I can decide. Do I want that to be my front? Do I want that to be my front? What makes my heart happy? I don't know. I like them both. So I think we're going to use, this one as the front. So there's my bag. Yeah, I think we'll use this one as the front, and we'll use that one as the front. And maybe I'll do one more out of glitter. So this is all from the Mystical pack of Sizzix. This is their Mystical Opulent paper. And this is the glitter paper in that one. Ooh, it's pretty. And the glitter doesn't come off in your hands. Okay, and then let's get a bottom going. So I'm going to fold there. And I'm going to fold on this side. And I've now made my bottom. All right, let's die cut, because I've got three and I've got three different shapes. So let's do this one first. And maybe we do this one in the oval. Let's put the oval right there. So here's my bottom. I'm not going to cut through the back. I'm just going to cut the front. It's going to stay in place. All right, I'm good with that. And send it on through. So I'm using my Sizzix Big Shot machine. I am on a magnetic platform. This is an easy cut because it's an open frame die. So I'm using my magnetic platform. I'm using my cut plate, my paper, my die, and a cut plate. So one down. And I'm going to save that little piece and this little piece. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And then let's go here. And what shape do I want this one? Let's make this one my wavy. And how about there? Again, no exact measurements. If you have a bigger bag, a wider bag, you can do this with wider. You just make your paper wider. No exact measurements. And then let's send it through. And front and back, easy peasy mac. Oh, I hope I went all the way. Yes, now I went all the way. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. So these aren't even the main die. These are just the extras that you get. And look at that. It's gonna be so cute, and I'm gonna save that piece. And then my last one we'll do with a circle. Bring it on over. So these are quick and easy little gifts for people. I used 8.5, well, I used A4 paper, so it's a little bit longer than an 8.5. It's a little bit longer than 11 and a little bit narrower than an 8.5. The opulent paper is A4 paper. And ta-da! Now all I have to do is decide what do I want to put in it. And how big do I need it to be? So I've got my little, and I've got, oh, cute. I've got little Ghirardelli chocolates. Can I get 2 in there? I can. Little Ghirardelli chocolates. Ah, so cute. All I have to do is close it up. Decide where I want it to hang. Do I want it that tall? Maybe I don't. Okay, maybe I cut down just a little bit of my top. Maybe I don't want it as tall as it is. Put my chocolate there. And then over. And then decorate. So I can tape my chocolate into place, or I can tape my little bag to the top and just decide where I want my little chocolate to go. A little bit of Stacy tape on the back. A bit higher. That's cute. Then I can fold over. I can get rid of some of this at the top. I don't need it all. I can fold again. And I'm good to go. It's so cute. Aren't they darling? And then you decorate how you want. You could put this up here with a little stamped image on it. You could put this in the back to seal it up. What is it you want? Look at, we've got some, look at how cute is this. Look at, we've got the little, that's so cute. All ready to be put down. Stacy tape on the back. There. Then I just have to decide. Now I just have to trim so I can fold over the back. So let's trim this down a little bit. And let's fold over my back. Isn't that so cute? And then you can decorate. And what about this one? What do I have here? Ooh. Okay, I have. Oh no, look at. We've got tea and a peppermint patty all ready to go. A little thing of tea and a little peppermint patty. put it in place. Trim down your back. These are using the extra dies. And then fold over. Now, I'm going to pull this one out because there is another die in here. Ooh, pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. There is another die in this set. It looks like this. What can I do with that? I can cut the edge so it has a little scalloped edge. Get that down. Let's get that down. My do not cut plate on top. Hopefully nothing moves. No, don't move. I've got the score lines in it, so it's bending. So, oh, there we go. Do not cut plate on top. Send it on through. And we haven't even used the die for what we're supposed to use the die for yet. But these were so cute. Actually, put it right there. And now let me get my peppermint, oh, my little tea. And now look at the little edge I put on the back. Okay, the opulent paper works amazing for this. All of it. The girls had such a great time, whether it's the gold, the charcoal, the silver, the rose gold. The opulent paper works amazing for these. And they are so flippin' cute. And I just used the extra dies that come in the set. It's not even what the set was meant to do. So let's get down to what the set was meant to do. I just had to show you these because they were so cute. Wouldn't it be cute to put that little scallopy edge back here? Now this is a sweet little, you put a little thank you on there, a little happy holidays or Merry Christmas. We even did some with some yummies, and we've got a couple that are gifts that have actual product in them as opposed to candies. So I wanted to show you that because, again, they're easy to do, they're inexpensive, they make a statement, and it's just a thoughtful little something. Do you have kids that need to take something to church or to Boy Scouts or to, if they're back at school, do you need a little thoughtful gift just to leave as a thank you for somebody? I free-handed these. And you can use scratch paper. You just use your excess paper that you've got sitting around. You just need something, a good, you'd like it to be about 11 inches long, but it does depend upon how big the bag is. I used the same bag, and we're selling the bag, so same bag for all of them. But now let's move on to what the die what we like the die to do. Okay, so in this die, it's meant to do, let me see if I can find one. It's meant to do, here, the die, look how cute is this? The die set is meant to do something like this. And that big die that I used does this right here. So you could have that on an A2 card. It's perfect for an A2 card. You could have it going this way. You could have it, they have it on the front right here or on the bottom right here. There's the snowman that we have that's exclusive to us. And then you open it up. This is what the set is meant to do. We're gonna do it a little differently. We're gonna take this die here, and we're gonna play with this die for a little bit. Let's grab some paper. What do I wanna use? Let's just grab some white paper. All right, half a sheet of 8.5 by 11 white paper. I'm going to fold it in half and score it. You would use your scoring tool, your bone folder, your trimmer. I'm just freehanding. Now this is the die that did that little pop-up element, and there is a tutorial. Fran has a tutorial on how to make that work, and this is the die that does it. As you can see, got the little fold here, that's the little piece up there. I, however, want to make it into a shaker. So I've got this die, and it's got a couple cut lines along the edges here and the edges here, but there's no cut line here and there's no cut line there. That means that when I roll it through my machine, it isn't going to cut this edge out. It's going to put all these wavies in it, and it's going to put a line here and a line here, but it's not going to cut the whole piece out. And I folded it in half because I want to make an instant shaker, a shaker where I don't have to use mounting tape or acetate. I want to make something quick and something easy. So first things first, the most important thing to know is that the edge, the wavy edge here that has no cut line, not the one that's got the little box, that has to go against the side that's scored. Has to go against the side that's scored. This top piece, it doesn't matter how long your paper is. You could have a piece of paper that wide. It makes no difference. You just need this top piece to have some room. You need to be able to see that there's paper all in there. And that edge right there. What is this going to do? When I cut it out, it's going to make a little book. It's going to make a little book. So let's bring my machine over. And let's cut it out. So I've got the edge of the wavy. So your two lines here are parallel to your scored line there. And I'm going to send it through. Now it's a pretty simple die. It is. But I'm asking it to go through 2 sheets of 100-pound cardstock. So I am going to go front and back. So there's a front. And then I can just do a rotate. And there's a back. And the rotate, just make sure that we cut all the way through. Ta-da! See, I told you it's not going to cut all the way out, but it did. It's not going to cut all the way out. All I have to do is snip here, snip, and snip. It did make me a little book. Now I could cut these off and just use the little book on its own. It's super cute. And I think I'm going to cut it one more time and use, what if I use the rest of this? So cut in half, or fold in half. Score. My 2 lines here, my 2 edges here, tell you that that's the side that goes against the scored edges. Here to the score. What happens if you do it this way? Well, it won't make you a little book, not the way you need it, but it's only paper. You'll do it, if you do it once, you won't, and you cut it the wrong way, you won't do it again. Just remember, these lines here are closest to your scored edge. Bring over my machine. Put it down. And does that look about right? Make sure that it's close to my edge. Close, close, close. I need it there at my edge. That's good. I want it right there at that edge. Can be right off the edge, right on the outside. Good, good, good. And let's send it on through. There we go. Ta-da! Now, I have a lot of paper to cut off. Maybe I'll use this for sentiments later on. Now I can cut off my sides. Zoop. And zoop. I have made a book. Just like my white one. Now I need to put a window in here. Which side do we want for the window? You can choose which side you want for your window. Do I want it here or do I want it on the more ombre side? How about the more ombre side? And I think I'm going to use the wavy right there. And I'm going to put a window in. Now I can choose to do both. Put a window in so both sides have a window, or open it up and just do one window. Let's go ahead and let's do both. So I'm going to send it through just like that with it completely closed. Bring my machine back over, lay it right down. Do I want my window this way? Do I want my window that way? No, I want it this way. And maybe a little bit more over. Oh, see, it wants to go to where the magnet is. I get it. My die wants to pull where my magnet is in the magnetic platform. Do yourself a favor. Don't fight it. Take your paper to where the magnet is. Don't try and force the magnet to where you want your paper to be. You won't win. Okay, send it on through. And remember, I'm asking it to go through 2 pieces of paper. So I'm going to send it back and see if I was able to do it without having to rotate. It's a little die. Oh yeah, good. The only thing that's cutting it is this little edge that's not even a blade. Oh, see, look it. Now I've got, Okay, and I've still got these that I can play with. What to do next? This is where you decide what paper you want to use. That'll do. I've got a little bit of it left. I might as well use it. I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half. I'm just making a card now. I'm making a card base because I don't have a card base over here. So I'm just making myself a little card base. Oh yeah, and that'll fit in there nicely. And it depends upon me. Do I want my little, this is going to become a little tab on the inside. Let's cut my card base down a little bit so it looks a little bit more normal, like a regular card base. I'm just using scraps of stuff. So this is going to become a little tab inside my card base. So on that first score line, I'm going to fold. Well, you actually have a choice because you have 2. I could do the first score line there. And put it in like that. And score this one too, because I do have the 2 score lines there. So all I've done is fold my score lines. So over here, I haven't put a window in. I can. Let's do a single window this time on this one. And And let's run it through. Single window. Lay down. It's not perfect, but we'll get through it. But then I want it right, so move my paper. Oh, perfect. Stop. Don't move. Right there. And send it on through. This time I'm just doing a window. So now I've got a little book with one window, and I've got a little book with two windows. I've got a little book that has two score lines because I went much longer, and I have a little window, and this time we'll just do the one score line. So I'm going to cut off that right there since we don't need it, and I'm just going to do the one score line. This is where we are. You're like, where is she going with this? Well, next thing we do is we fill a little baggie full of whatever makes our heart happy. Ooh, these are so pretty. Do I want the pink ones? Do I want the purpley ones? I have options. Too many options, unfortunately. Maybe we'll do the little purpley ones so you can see the contrast. So these are sequins by Picket Fences. They're $3.99 a little container full. They're on sale. They make an amazing little gift, and they are different from our John bead. So we're gonna have the John bead on sale too, but the John bead is one color. You get 3 different sizes, and they're very holographic. These are at a phenomenal price, and I've got like 8 different colors. These give you a whole little assortment of prettiness all in a happy little jar. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna open it up. And then I'm gonna put some in my little baggie. Put some in my little baggie. Good if I hit the inside. There we go. Gosh, and maybe I do take some of the... Now, I've got some of them all over the place. Have you all seen this thing before? I had never seen this thing before. This is a picker-upper for sequins. Look at that. Do you see that? Look at that. It just picks it right up. Who knew? And this one has 2 sides for small ones and big ones. So if you need to make placement, if you are needing to pick up your sequins or your little beads or your little rhinestones, and you want to put them in an exact spot on your card, look at this little picker-upper thing. Who knew? I understand it's been around for, well, like since dirt. I had no idea, but it lets me put all my little sequins right back away, which makes my heart happy because then I don't have a mess everywhere, and I don't have to try and pick them up and put them back in with my fingers because I'm old and that's not going to happen anymore. This little thing is by Marvi Yoshida. Had no idea. Had to have it once I saw it. Oh, see, look there's another one right there. Pick it right up. And then I can close this up and put it away. Let's bring out the pink ones. Let's put some of the pink ones in there too, just because we can. Open it up. Fill my little baggie. So pretty. Pick up my little sequins that are on my craft mat and put them away. I feel like I should have known about this, that I should have had this, but I did not. I don't know why I didn't, but I did not. That one's purple. Well, we're gonna go with it. And now I can make an instant shaker. I can make an instant shaker. I might cut off the top, because if I fold it down, I don't want you to be able to see that. So if I cut off the top, I still have to close it up. You don't want them to fall out. But I can decide where I want them to be in my window. Do I need them to be a little higher? I can raise it up a little higher. Cut off the excess of my little baggie. Line it up, take some Stacy tape. Put it right on down. And poof. Look at me. I made a shaker, Mom. But why do I have these little tabs on the side? Well, let's make a little, instead of a shaker on this one, let's put in, because I've got these already done. How cute. Let's tape those down. I feel like there's tape on it already. Oh, no. No, let's do a shaker. Let's do this one as a shaker too. And let's use those really, 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 really pretty. We want Christmas, or we want the blues. Let's do the blues. Let's open it up. Open my little baggie up. Put my little sequins in there. I love the different sizes and all the different colors. They are happy. And pick up my little extras. Put them right back in. Look at that. Is that awesome? I bet there's 100 of you, 1,000 of you going, yeah, I've had that for ages. I know, but it's new to me. Let me revel in my excitement. Let me have this moment of wow. And then maybe I put in, look at those. Let's put those in too. Oh, this one's not open. All right, well, let's open it. So these are from Picket Fence Studios, and they're wonderful. We have 12 in the YouTube Yummies, and we figured out, I picked them based off of what would go best with the pop frame stamps that we just did. So we've got a winter set and a fall set, and you get 3 of each. You get 3 colors in each set. So 3 different colors make up a set, or you can buy them open stock. We eventually will have the entire line of them. And gosh, I want to say there's at least 25, maybe 30 colors. So we've got the 12 on a YouTube Yummy now for you. See, look at that. Is that just a little bit of happiness right there? And if you had to glue them onto something, you pick them up with this and then put it right on the glue. And yeah, we have it for sale. I had to. I couldn't not have it. And see all these little extra ones? I'm just going to pick them up and put them in. So none go to waste. No sequin left behind. Okay, and then I've got my little white one. And I can decide where I want it. And cut my baggie on down. And, okay, so put it in. tape it in place. Piece of Stacy tape right over the top. And you've made yourself an instant shaker. But then how do you get it in the card? We still don't understand how to get it in the card. Okay, well, here's my card. Remember those score lines? Look at that, they fold right in. Is this one gonna be too big once I get it in there? Nope, it's gonna fit just fine. And this one's got a second one so it can move. We'll do both of them so you can see the difference. I'm gonna tape that right in there, right on, so that I've got two score lines here, one closest to my shaker and one a little further away. I'm going to close these up, add a little piece of Stacy tape just to close those up. Seal them up. So now my book is a whole, and I'm gonna take that score line and line it right up with the score line of my card, and then tape this guy in place. So I'm gonna put a little piece of tape going down. This is so simple, honest to goodness it is. You can do this. I've only used 2 dies and a couple pieces of tape. So I'm just gonna fold my card right on closed. Oh, it's so cute. It is. And then this one is, look at that, isn't that so cute? But you're like, but Stacy, I don't want to show that. I know, it's okay, you don't have to. Again, freehanding. Mat there. Cover that right on up. Now, mind you, mine are I freehanded and I was fast. It ain't perfect, but you get the idea. And then another mat on this side. And then what you do with the center? Well, that's where these guys come in. That's where these guys come in, because you've got the die that's going to cut it out perfectly. Okay. And send it on through. And then he gets attached to that. Well, you'd mat him. I would mat him. And he gets attached to that, and then you open it up, and you've got your shaker in the middle, and you've got a sentiment here. How cute is that? The white one only has one score line. This one has the two. Can you see how far it sticks out? So you could line them up and actually have a card that has 2 or 3 of these if you've left yourself extra room. But oh, this is happy paper. This is really happy paper. Did I leave myself enough room? I bet I didn't. I bet I didn't. All right, well, let's cut another sheet. What else you got, girlfriend? Let's see. Opulent. Ooh, that one's happy too. Let's just cut another one of this one. This time I'm going to make sure I left myself enough paper. So I'm just making a card base. You guys probably already have card bases. I'm just making a card base. Okay, now I'm sure I've left myself enough. And we're gonna go that way so I can trim it down a little bit. And trim it down a little bit. These will fit perfect inside an A2, an A6, a 5x7. This time, however, I've only got the one score line. So it's not going to move around or come out as much as this one does. This has got a little more space to it because it's got that extra little flap. And if you were going to put 2 or 3 of them in here and have 2 or 3, you could have a little mini book inside of here. Then that's how you would want to do it, by having the extra space here to allow them to go. But this one's just a single. So I'm going to close this on up. Put a little Stacy tape and close my book. So again, not how the die was necessarily intended to be used, but certainly is absolutely darling. Now my score line here fits right against the score line of my card base. Tape. Just line it right up. Score line to score line. Close your card. And it's done. This one I don't have a window on the back. This one I kept just with the window in the center. This one I do have a window in the back. Which one do you like more? And then same thing. You start to... Okay, well, we'll cut another piece. It's only paper. Can I cut that down just a little bit? I can, so I'm going to cut this a little bit narrower. Make it look a little more A2 sizey. And then mat this on there. This down just a little bit so I can mat. I think that should be good enough. Oh yeah, that there. You would do a much better job at taping down. I'm just taping to give you an idea. him there, open him up, a sentiment there. You've got the most darling little card. Between the cards and the little gift bags and the pop-ups. The pop frame die is amazing what you get. Amazing what you get. And the little scallopies on the back. I mean, there is so much to be done. Gosh, I could pull some of these and put them on there. You just have opportunity. That's all it is option after option after option. And whether you stamp with it or wherever my beautiful embossing one is, my embossed, you can feel the embossing. Using your Tombow markers makes things easy peasy. Easy peasy. And this is a no frills. Put your mat in there. Put your mat on the other side. Put your sentiment, and you're done. No frills shaker card. I could even cut the window. I could take this off. Ooh. And cut the window here first. And then put that in, and you'd see that through there. So many things to do, so many different ways to use the sets. And with all the different stamps that go with it, you've got a whole year's collection of things to do. From the little tiny cute little gifts. Oh, the cute little gifts. These are good all year round. Just change your paper to your shaker cards, to just basic cards that we've done, to layouts. I've got layouts for you too. All right. So that was a lot, I know, but it was pretty rock star. I mean, I just want that on there and that on there and that there, and then you open that up to there. He's so cute. Easiest die in the world to use to make shakers. I didn't use foam tape. I didn't use acetate. I used these bags that we got from Clear Bags. If you want to buy them from Clear Bags yourself, I think they're the B2 is the number. Type in B2. And we get them at $2.99 for 100. You get them at $2.99 for 100. And then the darling, I mean the bling is super cute. So far, the best bling I found, besides the John bead. Love the John bead bling. There's a bunch of colors, but it's the same color all the way through, but in 3 different sizes. So you get like a 4 millimeter, a 6 millimeter, and an 8 millimeter. The colors are stunning, but all the same. Here, you get from the teeniest, tiniest to the I guess maybe the largest is about 4, and the mixes. This one is exclusive to us right now. This is the mix that is exclusive to us, and I think it's called Dancing Icicles. Like I said, we have about 12. So, what floated your boat? Hopefully something, you learned something or you were reminded of something. Let me show you what's on sale and then we'll get to the samples. Okay, so, well, the John bead, all the John bead are on sale, and they're really, really remarkably priced. I don't know if we have 8 or 9 different packs. Those are all on sale. The little clear bags. Oh, see, I was right. B2 is the SKU if you want to just go get them yourself. I think if you just buy one, it's $4.16, but we bought multiple packs, so I got them down to $2.99. So there we go. Then we have the Picket Fences Studios, their sequins. And this is the floral collection. So I chose these to go with this stamp set, the floral. So you've got some pinks, you've got some blues, and you've got some purples. So if you don't have to buy them together, there's an I Want It All for these 3 for the floral set, or you can buy them open stock, or there's an I Want It All for all 12 sets. But these were meant to go with the floral. I'm going to back up just a little bit. I'm going to tilt down just a little, or tilt up just a little bit. Okay. Oh, you can see my beads. I've been wearing them the whole time. Then we have the Christmas set. And there's 3 different colors. Oh, aren't those? I just love them. Look at how sparkly and shiny they are. So they're 20% off of $3.99, whether you buy them individually or as the bundle. And that goes with the poinsettia set that I didn't have time to play with. So those go with that. Then we have the winter mix. And I put these sets together thinking of what I would like. And this is the one that's exclusive to us. So this is the winter mix, and it goes with the snowman. And then we have the fall mix. So that you have, look at the beautiful greens, or those gorgeous, and the beautiful browns. I love fall. It's probably my favorite season. Those go with the fall. And then on top of that, we brought in the mermaid embossing powder from Stampendous. The mermaid embossing powder, wait till you see it. The mermaid goes with the mermaid embossing powder, which you see it with these 2, goes with the snowman and the birthday. You would think, really? Birthday? Wait till you see them. And then the fall, we brought in to go fall here. However, I think you can get away with that dark one with Christmas because it's got sparkly to it, but it doesn't look too fall-y. I mean, it's darker. Okay, so then we've got the 2 embossing powders from Stampendous. Then we have the die set. Did I get everything? And then we'll have the India ink. Yeah, we'll have the India ink, absolutely. And the little picker-uppery thing. Oh, also, let me show you this real quick. I know it's late, but it is what it is. But you gotta see this, it's storage. Put all this over there. And remind you that these were the sets from the first, these sets are still out there on sale at 20% off. These were from the first YouTube we did with them. These were the original sets that we launched. So as you can see, they're not holiday specific at all. And I love the floral one that we did this time because it's a little more grown up for birthday. It's a little bit more grown up. Look at, isn't that so cute? The little kitties and the little doggies. And then one for sports. So this was the original set. You may already have those. The 4 that you definitely do not is the Christmas, the fall, the grown-up birthday, or thank you, and the winter. These are the 4 you don't have. And then the storage. This is from Picket Fences. It's meant to hold the sequins. But we started to play. Look what else it holds. So your stickles, your re-inkers, your pearls. If you used it for that, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 slots. You'd get 24 in one. And it's really well made, I have to say. It's really, really well made. So I do think that that is it. And don't forget, with any purchase, while supplies last, we have the free gift for you. Dies and stamps. So let me show you the samples first. So I showed you this one already. I showed you that one already. And this way, I don't know what's going on with my camera. I must have hit it somehow. But okay, showed you that one. Look at how cute is he. One, two. Aren't they darling? This is the free gift. And then last but not least, Claire did the back of an envelope. Right? Super cute. Then I have the little bags for you. Now, most of these bags were done with the opulent paper and with the die from Stampendous, the pop frame die. So let me pull these over. Do you see what we did? If you need to give somebody a little gift, we put the little sequins in there as a little gift. Isn't that cute? Doesn't have to be food. Look at that. We put the little sequins and they fit perfect. Not in the bag. They're just taped inside. Put a happy birthday or thinking of you or a little thank you gift. Look at there. Yum. So these were all done with Sizzix opulent papers. So we'll leave those on sale. I don't know. Sizzix, you need to come out with some new opulent paper. We need some new colors. Look at, oh, also with the sequins. As a little gift for somebody. So cute. Look at, aren't they darling? So if you've got, at Christmas time, you need to give little thoughtful gifts. You've got a whole crafty little group and you want to do something sweet for all of them, but not spend a fortune. That's a good way of doing it. Here you've got your little cozy calamine. Is it calamine? No, I don't know how, calamine? I don't know how to do that. Okay, it's tea. And some little butterscotches. Or those are caramels. Kind of. Chamomile. Thank you. I heard you all. Chamomile. That was painful for both of us. Okay, little York peppermint patties in there. Little Ghirardelli chocolates. Little peppermints. What is the Rochelle chocolate? Rochelle? If I finally got chamomile, let's stop while we were ahead, right? So look at gummy bears. And little teas. So those are simple to do, easy peasy mac and cheesy. Now let's show you, these are the cards that were made with the first round of stamps. So these are the older stamps, just a few of the samples from the last time. All of the shakers were made using that little pouch that I used today. All of them were made with the pouch. See, put it right in the window. Look at there. Doesn't have to be on the inside. We did it right on, and this is straight onto a card base. Stamped and colored straight onto a card base. This must have been one of the samples that I worked on during the YouTube, because it's half done. But again, right to the card base. So these are the original stamp sets. The Hello comes in the set of the dies, the pop frame dies. All of these were done with pop frame dies and the stamp sets. And then we have the new ones featuring the new stamps and the Picket Fences bling and the Sizzix, the Sizzix opulent paper. Hello? Look at how cute. And Christmas. That's a wow. And Fran has a YouTube on how to make this card. And I believe that there's instructions on the die on how to do this. Even this little piece here comes with the set. It was that little piece that I used to make the scallop on the back of the bag. Just that little strip. And see, you can cut right through the window. Use the main die, the largest frame die, to cut right through. So all of these are the newest sets. Pretty, right? Look at the shaker. See, cut right through. So you've got the shaker right there, as opposed to the ones I made were inside. So when you opened it, you had a surprise. All done with those little pouches. And the stamps from Stampendous that are exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Look at this one, isn't this so cute? And all of the bling is the Picket Fences. Look at. See, and this is the piece that fell out of these two. Those are the leftovers. Okay. And see, this is done with the mermaid embossing powder. Is that beautiful? It's done with the mermaid embossing powder. They're just darling. And I showed you this one in the beginning. Oh, how about we turn it the right way? Thank you. And the shaker's right here. And you've got embossing in there. The exclusive of the embossing powders, look at this, is all embossed. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful with all the different colors? So she used a little bit of all the yellow and the orange and the darker one. They're beautiful, beautiful. And this one was done with the mermaid embossing powder. Who would have thought, right? It's not just for mermaids. That mermaid embossing powder really lends itself to the floral and the snowman. Look at how cute is this? These are the easiest shaker cards you will ever make. And if you don't want to make shakers, again, done with the mermaid. If you don't want to make shakers, no problem. And this one was done with the, she did the brown, she did the yellow, and she did the orange. Well done. That's all the embossing powders from the fall kit. Wow. That's rock star. And here you've got more. Look at the fall embossing powder is beautiful. So 3 of the colors in the fall embossing powders are brand new. Never had them before. New to Stampendous. They made the mix themselves. They made a brand new mix for this. Just a simple card. But it's not so simple, is it? But it really is very simple. And this was made with the stamp. They just stamped repeatedly with the snowflakes. That can be done with a stamp. So it opens this way. And you've got your sentiment right there. Done with the fall embossing powder. See, I told you, it's beautiful with the Christmas, and it's got just a little hint of glitter in it. Look at how gorgeous is that. So the fall really goes with the poinsettia and the sunflower. Really pretty. We're embracing negative space. But it really isn't negative space because the paper has a pattern on it. And again, done with the embossing powders. All of it was done with that fall embossing powder. And then I do have 2 layouts for you. So layout number 1, done with the mermaid embossing powder and the floral set. So let's start at the top. So you've got pieces. This piece was done with that edge. You've got dies from the set being used on your layouts. All of these came. There's the stamp, the die that cuts it out. She free-handed this one, but these came out of the pop frame set. This came out of the pop frame set. This came out of the pop frame set. That's out of the pop frame set. What a pretty layout. And then our last layout. Again, all done. Look at the edges are beautiful with that pop frame, and it's just that scallopy edge that goes on the side. And then she embossed with the fall embossing powders. And here you've got the stamp, and it's embossed and colored and then cut out with the die that's in there. And look at how pretty. And she embossed the words with the yellow that's in the fall. Lovely. All right, you guys. Well, long, yes, but so be it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let me back on up. Whew, it's hot in here. No air conditioning on right now. I'm the last one here. Holy smokes, artichokes. All right, we did an awful lot today. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you followed along. And if you had to watch it in chunks, that's okay too. Thank you to Picket Fence Studios for our lovely care package. It was just darling. And the pralines they melted in your mouth. Now, where are you going to find all of this product? Well, you may be able to find the Picket Fence sequence. Well, not the one that's exclusive to us, but the other ones you may be able to find at a local mom and pop retailer. Opulent paper you may be able to find at a local mom and pop retailer. The stamps you're going to have to get from us. They're exclusive to us right now. And hopefully you have something close to a Tombow marker or a Marvy. I think I'll put the N00s on sale because you may just need that one marker. And yeah, I think that's it. So, and don't forget, free gift every purchase while we have them left. And do we have more than 100? Yes. Do we have more than 200? Yes. Do we have more than 300? Yes. Do we have more than 400? Yes. So I don't know how many orders we'll get this week. It's for the entire YouTube Yummies. Doesn't matter what you order. And if we still have them, you'll get it. All right. It's me, Stacy. Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I will see you all next week. Goodbye.